इंडिया से कितने लोगों का जो मेरे
Right.
फैंस थे उन्होंने कितना अप्रिशिएट किया कि oh my
You've got a
god,
huge following for
yeah,
Pakistani dramas in
yeah,
India across the border. Yeah.
and the fact that they told me that we have started just because of you, we have started watching other dramas as well.
Because your following in India is bigger than the following of
So
Pakistani
all by the
dramas.
grace
Yeah,
of
it's all
God, I'm
works.
glad that I'm bringing that to Pakistan,
Yeah, yeah.
and with my small amount of contribution to the fraternity and the industry, I think across the globe अगर कोई चीज गई है तो जबरदस्त बात है. I'm happy with it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you're happy with it, and it was a great stint. और बहुत अच्छा response भी मिला हिलमंद को. Is this something that you're going to continue now as part of your career, acting?
Of course, I will continue it.
Of course.
Of course, I'd love to because again, depends on the script, depends on the people that I'm working with. Because I got a great team. Momina was fantastic. She was very helpful. Dured was very helpful. Safi was the whole cast was very helpful throughout. तो अगर इस तरह के लोग मिलेंगे मैं क्यों नहीं काम करूँगा? I mean, मजा आया मुझे काम करके. And I don't think so कि पैसा ही सब चीज होती है.
Right.
For my personal, I did it for my personal satisfaction, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. आज भी लोग जो है मुझे उन डायलॉग्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. और मैं जब स्टेज पे बोलता हूँ अरे ओ लस्मी राम के यतीम हिलमंद, there's a roar that comes.
That's part of your now
Yes.
set.
Yes,
Like,
Sangema is part of my set. Yes.
super.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Do you think that you've picked up a new fan following because of your acting?
Yes, correct. I'm not sure how big of fans they are of my singing, but acting के तो वो बन गए हैं. You're a class apart, blah blah blah, and all of that. इस तरह के comments तो बड़ा खुश होता है इंसान जब उसको पढ़ता. पहले मैं कभी नहीं कमेंट्स पढ़ता था अपनी सिंगिंग के बारे में. इस दफा मुझे पढ़ने थे because I wanted to know मैंने कुछ ठीक भी किया या नहीं किया. So yes, there is a new fan following.
There is,
come up, yes.
So obviously, I'm not a music critic at all, and you're going to educate me here. But there's reinvention happening in your music as well. हमने पिछले एक साल में देखा. There was a lot of qawwali in the middle, and there was a lot of pop music and Bollywood music. उससे पहले there were some great albums, but then there's been rap, and you've been collaborating with a lot of young artists. So what's happening? Is this like a new identity you're carving for yourself? I read somewhere that you wanted to create a new genre in music that would be related to like the Atif Aslam genre. जैसे हम कहते हैं ना Rahman-esque music है. You can immediately recognize कि A.R. Rahman की music है. So what's happening there?
Okay, so part of it was about encouraging the young artists.
Right.
Part of it was reinventing myself.
Right.
And part of it is making my own genres, making my own sort of music, regardless of if it's a hit or a miss. Because now you're at a stage where you have done a lot of shows. No one has done these kind of shows from our country.
Yeah.
And no one has, alhamdulillah, touched those many hearts, alhamdulillah, in terms of music, all by the grace of God. और मतलब वो कर लिया. उसके बाद अब कुछ अपने लिए जो है वो करना है. So which is why all these this whole experimentation that has been going on, Sajan Dasna, Go, Cricket Khidaiye, Ajnabi, Raat. So all these things they're purely my gut. So which I really wanted to put out.
It's working.
Well, I'm glad.
How do you gauge a good song from a bad song these
days?
There's
No
no bad song.
There's no good or bad song. It's just a song.
Jo pasand aa jaye
It's my piece, yes. So I mean, I've believed in the fact that people were doing music for me when I was in Bollywood, and half of the time they would make a composition and do it, and make me stand in the booth, and they would say, "Okay, आप इसको इस तरीके से गा दें." अब जब मैं 60% वो गा चुका होता था जिस तरीके से उन्होंने गा होता था, they would ask me to sing it in my own style.
Right.
Every director that I've worked with,
really,
music director,
interesting,
would actually ask me to sing it in my own style. So which was basically the flavor of the music director and Atif.
Right.
It was a collab.
Right.
So which is why it used to be a little different from the rest of the Bollywood music that was happening at that point in time. But for me now, आई थिंक मेरा जो क्रिएटिव माइंड है वो उसकी सेटिस्फैक्शन जो है वो बहुत ज़रूरी है मेरे लिए.
Right, right.
जी, तो I've been working on it. I've been making new music. I'm not thinking way too much. Yes, there is commercial music. There
Of
will
course.
always be
Of
non-commercial
course.
music at the same time.
Of course.
कुछ उसकी नीश बनेगी, कुछ इसकी नीश बनेगी.
साथ
कोई
साथ
भी इंसान आज की तारीख में अगर गाता है उसके फॉलोअर जरूर होते हैं. राइट? चाहे वो स्टार बनता है या नहीं बनता.
बिल्कुल. स्टार बनना क्या आसान हो गया आजकल?
नहीं, आसान नहीं है. उसको सस्टेन करना मुश्किल हो गया. बिकॉज जब आप पहले गाने के बाद ये समझना शुरू करते हैं, वाओ मैन दिस वाज क्वाइट इजी. अच्छा ये होता है, कूल, दैट्स फाइन. मुझे तो उसके साथ काम नहीं करना, मुझे तो अपना काम करना है. और मुझे बस अपनी जोन में रहना है. और बस मैं बस लिखता रहूंगा, मैं बस करता रहूंगा. वो पता चलता है एक ही गाने के बाद 3 साल बाद वो
खत्म. वन हिट वंडर. What kind of work goes into the making of a career of the type that you have?
You have to thick shell. I mean, I personally think
rough the wind, huh?
Of course. I mean, I personally think if you've been brutally broken and you're still gentle and kind to people, then you're a badass.
Yeah.
And it's very tough.
Yeah.
To be in that spot. आप उस चीज को इमेजिन करना ही बड़ा मुश्किल काम है कि आप इसको रोजी रोटी बनाते हैं. और ग्रेटिट्यूड एक ऐसी चीज है जो कि मैं हमेशा मेंशन करता हूँ, उसके बगैर कुछ नहीं है. अगर आपको नहीं पता कि ये चीज आपको अल्लाह ताला ने दी है और इसका शुक्र अदा करना है, then you're nothing.
Then you're nothing. And you've always maintained that stance. I mean, you've been very spiritual through your success. जो कि कभी-कभी मैं देखती हूँ और मुझे बड़ी हैरत होती है, क्योंकि बहुत फ़र्क है एक पॉप स्टार इमेज का या एक रॉक स्टार इमेज का दुनिया में ख़ास तौर पे. You know, back in the 70s, it was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what it was all about. But you've been very spiritual. बहुत से लोग ये भी सवाल पूछते हैं कि is it real? Because हमारे मुल्क में म्यूजिक तो अच्छा बिकता ही है, लेकिन रिलीजन भी बिकता है. So, how do you respond to these questions?
अच्छा, मुझे लगता है कि बिकता तो है, लेकिन उसको अगर गलत तरीके से बेचा जाए तो उसके भी वो है ना, प्रोज एंड कॉन्स हैं, और उसको तरीके हैं बेचने के. राइट? अब मेरा ताजदार हरम करने का मकसद ये बिल्कुल नहीं था कि मैंने रिलीजन को बेचना है. मुझे तो एक कवाली रिवाइव करनी थी और एक ये भी काम करना था. हालांकि कितना बड़ा रिस्क था. साबरी ब्रदर को मजाक तो नहीं. राइट? तो कितना बड़ा रिस्क, मजाक तो नहीं था. राइट? मेहदी हसन खान साहब को मजाक तो नहीं. सो उनको वापस लाना था, उनकी याद वापस लानी थी कि उन्होंने कितना काम किया हुआ है, क्या क्या कुछ किया हुआ है. उनके ऐसे पीसेस जो हमारी जनरेशन ने नहीं सुने हुए या आने वाली जनरेशन ने नहीं सुने हुए, उनको पता, पहले तो उनको पता भी नहीं था ताजदार हरम क्या है.
बिल्कुल.
अब तो उनको पता है, दे सिंग अलोंग. सो मेरा मकसद एंटायरली यही था. और अगर ये इसको बेचना मेरा मकसद होता तो फिर और भी लोग थे, वो भी बेच सकते थे. उनका क्यों नहीं बिका? राइट? सो एक ये चीज है. और दूसरी ये कि I think it has been my upbringing. I have had my times as well. I won't say that I've always been a spiritual person, but yes, there has always been a part of me who always wanted to go back and be connected to the roots. कि यहीं से शुरू किया था. और उसके बगैर कुछ नहीं है. अगर तुम्हारे दिल पे जंग लग गया है, उसको साफ करने की कोशिश करो. And that's what we all do. Some try, some don't. Some think कि that's the way it should be. This is life और यही जंग लगा रहना चाहिए. बस ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, अल्लाह माफ कर देगा. I'm not saying I'm a great soul, I'm a saint or something, but everybody has their days. So
absolutely.
So इस तरह की बात.
Absolutely. No, I think it's very admirable the way you've maintained that, because it's encouraging. Or
I try. Sometimes it's taken really negatively. Sometimes it's taken very positively. But I don't have to think about that. I have to think about the fact that as long as I'm making people happy and keeping myself sane, that works.
I'd love to know what the protocol is of you performing Tajdar-e Haram.
Oh, the protocol. Well, sometimes it's a wuzu.
हाँ
Sometimes it's taking off my shoes.
हाँ
Sometimes it's switching myself off. Most of the times it's switching myself off. And when I'm starting Tajdar Aram, तो मैं दुरूद पढ़ रहा होता हूँ. And even in the middle of it, middle of the sections, I somehow feel that there is a bigger power that I'm singing to.
absolutely.
And our dua before the concert is about the fact that कि वो ताजदार हरम कबूल हो जाए.